So when it didn't happen, I was like, what am I gonna say? You know, like, what would I record? Like, what I planned didn't work out. Hi, welcome to my channel, Adventures in Being Foreign. If you're new here, do not forget to subscribe. There's a button down below that says subscribe in red. And if you're not new, welcome fam. I'm so excited for today's video. Stay tuned for sure. So what I intentionally intended to do was that I intentionally did not record a video earlier and publish it on Monday like I normally do. I had plans for today's video. I had big plans, but things didn't turn out that way. So actually what happened was that today I had my driving exam, and leading up to the exam, guys, I was so sure. Like, I was like, this is it, you know? I was like, this is it, I am finished. This driving thing is over, the story is done. We're going to go to the next chapter. We're going to start a new book, Twee's life after the driving exam. But that didn't happen. Like, I was so sure that I would finish today, but I didn't pass my exam. I had some problems with power packing, and honestly my examinator was so gracious, and I had so many people praying for me. Overall, I was calm and everything, but my technique just was not right. It was not right, and I tried 3 times, and yeah, so the exam finished. And I intentionally planned to record this video and be like, yo, I am done. The Lord is so good. I am finished. He has brought me so far. So when it didn't happen, I was like, what am I gonna say? You know, like, what would I record? Like, what I planned didn't work out. And so I thought to myself that I think it's also important to talk about such things, like, what do we actually do when things don't work out the way we thought they'll work out, when things don't work out the way we intended them to work out, when this is it turns into a no. So how do we deal with disappointments? We have so many things that can disappoint us in this world, and how can we really handle them? How can we ensure that we are not we're not knocked out by them, so to say? And for me, I think I have a list of 4 things that can really help. And the very first thing for me was just to be honest with myself, about the situation, about how I felt. So be honest with yourself about the situation, about how you feel with this disappointment. So what I did is I cried. If you know me, you know I cry a lot. So today I even cried even more than that. So I cried and I journaled, I listened to some music, I listened to some worship music. I really just owned it. I told the Lord, like, Lord, I thought today was the day. I thought this was going to be my birthday present. My birthday is on Friday. Lord, I cried. I was crying. I asked people to pray for me. What happens, you know? Like, I was just very honest with the Lord. And then the second thing that I think that's really important is not to forget who God is. A lot of times when we face disappointments or when we face setbacks, we tend to think like, where are you, God? Or are you doing anything? We tend to think like, am I here by myself? You know, we really start to wonder, like, is God really who he says he is? Is he as good as he says he is? Is he really good all the time? So we start to have doubts, and we start to let worry and anxiety get into us. We start to have a different perspective on who God is. And I think it's really important then in this time to stick to the truth, to remember that God is good all the time, to remember that he is faithful, that he is my shepherd, that surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, to remember that his plans for me are perfect, his plans for me are good, that he has recorded all the days of my life in his book, and that all things will work together for good for those who are called to the Lord and love him. So I think it's really important to remember who he is and what his promises over your life are. Do not let a setback, no matter how many times it happens, do not let it change your perspective of who God is, because God is God. No matter what happens, whatever happens, God remains God. Everything else changes, but God stays who he is. That's why he says, I am who I am. He just is. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So do not let that make that situation twist the truth for you, make the truth reverted or whatever. Just stick to the truth of the word. And if you need worship music to remind you of that, do that. If you need to read the word, do that. If you need somebody to pray for you, do that. Whatever it is, do what you need to do to cling to his truth, to cling to him. So I did that. Like I played worship music that reminded me that God is still good, that he will still work out a way for me, that he is in control. Like I really reminded myself of that. And I think a song for me that really helped is a new song from Kim Walker-Smith, Protector. And it says like that no weapon, no worry will ever prosper against me, and no evil, no darkness will tease or torment me, because all power and all dominion is given to one name, to Jesus' name alone. And also that he is my fortress, he's my freedom, he's my refuge, he is my Jesus, and he'll never ever ever leave me. He's never ever let me go. Even when it seems like it, God is still there. So do what you need to do to remind yourself who God is. That is so crucial. And then the third thing that I could really recommend in dealing with disappointments is to understand that the process is far more important than the product, that the journey is far more important than the destination. I know we live in a world where everything is about the end result, is about getting to that place, but the journey there is really crucial, because through the journey you gain new characteristics, you gain new skills, you gain new virtue, you gain so much. You actually change as a person, and whatever new skills that you gained, whatever patience that you learned, perseverance that you learned, endurance that you learned, whatever character, whatever faith, how your faith was strengthened through that, it will carry you through another setback. But if you just get the product, how would that change you? You know, like now I know that when I face another setback, I know what to do. I will be honest. I will trust in the Lord. I will focus on the process and how it's changing me and molding me and helping me mature and grow. So just remember that, like, when you get to the destination, you will enjoy it for sure. But that process, that thing of crying the way I've cried, that thing of begging the way I've begged, and also just just that whole process of staying confident, of keep on believing in God in this time when you actually have sort of no reason to believe, will change and mold you in a very unique and special way and prepare you for what's ahead. So really remember that the process, the journey is greater than the product or the destination. And the very last thing, not the least at all, is to never give up. I think a lot of times when we face setbacks, especially if we face them like numerous times for the same thing, we're like, why should I bother? You know, it's so easy to give up. It's easier, maybe not easy, but easier to give up, because we're like, you know, I've tried, this is the 5th time I've tried this and it just hasn't worked. So we give up, but we have to remember that no is a no for now. It doesn't mean never. So do not give up. Keep on going. Keep on believing. Keep on praying. Keep on having faith. Keep on hoping. Keep on trusting. Keep on keeping on. Never ever give up. Just don't. It's really not worth it, unless of course the thing that you are struggling for or fighting for is not worth it. But if it's worth it, you should never ever give up and keep on trusting God. And who knows, in his time he will answer. I don't know if it's tomorrow, if it's today, if it's 2 years from now, 10 years from now, but keep on keeping on. So I just wanted to encourage you. I know that we're also in a time where a lot of people are facing difficult situations, maybe economically, due to jobs not being laid off from the job, or just facing other financial struggles, or maybe they have lost family members. There's all kinds of things, all kinds of disappointments that can be present in your life in this season due to Corona or not due to Corona. Just anyway, we live in a world where disappointments are part of it, but we do have the promise that even though we'll have trouble, we know that Jesus has overcome. So I do want to encourage you with this message. If you're facing setbacks, if you're facing disappointments, just go through these 4 things. Be honest with yourself. Believe who God is, like know who He is, and believe that He is still that same God, even in the setback. And then remember, the journey, the process is far more important than destination or product. And also never ever give up. Keep on going. I'll keep on going with my, I'll keep on believing, I'll keep on trusting, I'll keep on learning for my next exam. So be encouraged and just know that, yeah, like disappointments should not be the full stop for you. Let them be a comma, and understand that just because when something turns from yes or this is it to no, it is no, not yet. It's never. It's not never. So be encouraged with that, and please comment below what you thought about this video. And I'd like to really hear from you what your thoughts are, what you're going through, and just to be encouraged, to encourage you, to encourage one another. Do not forget to comment and like and share this video. And again, do not forget to subscribe, and stay safe, and may the Lord bless you and keep you, and may He shine His face on you. Until next time.